going to be part 1. There might be part 2. Part 1 of my Subway rant. Because, as some of you may know, I work at a Subway. I do love my job. I do love it. I enjoy it. But it's just, the customers, like, they're so frustrating. A lot of the time, any Subway employee can agree to this. So, if you're a customer going to Subway, please be aware of these pointers that drive us insane. And if you work at Subway, leave a comment. Or if you do any of these, leave a comment. Number 1, probably my biggest pet peeve while working is when people eat chips in line. Okay? They grab a bag, and as they're going to order, they are chomping on chips and spitting it all over the sneeze guard. Okay. Please, you're not going to starve. You're not going to die. Wait until you ring out and then go to your table and eat your chips. Or even eat them as you're walking away. Just don't chew in our faces. It's gross. Ugh. I hate it. Okay, so that's part 1. Don't eat anything in line. Part 2. When you tell us... I'm sorry. I have something in my eye. Okay. I'm going to keep talking now. When you tell us what kind of sandwich you want. Okay, let's say you want an Italian BMT. BMT is ham, pepperoni, and salami, which a lot of the time is mistaken with the spicy Italian, which is just pepperoni and salami. Don't say you want the Italian sub, because we have 2 Italian subs. Please be specific if you want the BMT that has ham, or the spicy which doesn't have ham, because we just guess and then half the time we get it wrong. Another thing, please call things by their actual names. Like, people will call, like, Southwest Chipotle, like, they'll call it, like, zesty hot ranch sauce or something. Like, people make up these things. I don't know where they get them from. When you're in the veggie section, okay, you start off with the bread. Please tell us what bread you want. Okay, this is what customers do all the time. The sneeze guard's here. The paper that has all the lists of the bread are right here. It shows pictures and has the names on the glass. When I ask you what kind of bread you want, don't look at me like I'm stupid. I'm asking what you want your sandwich on. Like, what am I supposed to put the turkey on? Just wrap up the turkey and give it to you? But it's right there in front of you. Don't ask me what kinds we have. Don't try and look over into the bread cabinet. It's right there on the glass in front of you. And please, keep your hands off the sneeze guard. Because a lot of the time, when you poke that glass hard enough, it falls down onto our hands that are there in the section. It's not fun and it hurts. Like, if the hydraulic's there, it closes slowly. And then you laugh. It's not funny. Why do you think it's funny that the glass fell? It's not. And you leave fingerprints. Your greasy fingers. Get them off the glass. Okay, please. Don't touch it. Don't poke the bread. I can't read backwards through a half translucent piece of paper when you point at the bread you want. I can't read it. So please tell me what kind you want. Also, we have more than one kind of 9 grain. We have a 9 grain wheat. We have a 9 grain honey oat. Don't tell me 9 grain because I don't know what you want. What else is there? Cheese. Like the bread side, on the other side, there's a list of the cheeses we have. And, it's really helpful if you actually look at that. And when you ask, okay, this is me. What kind of cheese would you like on that? Them. I don't know, what kind do you have? The list is right here on the glass. What kind do you have? I don't know what kind that is. I want that one. And they poke the glass. I don't know what you're pointing to. And, also your children. The sneeze guard is very thick. I cannot hear your children through it. So I either have to lean over the top thing, which is, about here. It's past eye level, so I have to lean over it. Or pull the glass down to hear your child speak. And if you're ordering, please don't lean into the sneeze guard to look at the meats because I can't hear you then either. Especially like old people, they do all the time because sometimes they're short, sometimes they talk quietly, I don't know what it is. I have gotten really good at being able to read lips. So if you mumble and your mouth's like, I still don't know what you want. A lot of the time, if I don't hear you or your children, I'll be able to read their lips, but make it very clear what you're saying, please. And a lot of things sound like a lot of other things that you don't necessarily think they would. Like, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but, oh. Our sandwiches with egg. Sometimes, if someone gets like a steak, I'll think they say egg and steak, or bacon and egg, even though they really said steak. So a lot of the time, and plus, every day we serve a lot of customers in a day. Well over 100. So I'm not going to be able to remember your sandwich. But if you say it once and clear, we won't have the problem. And I won't have to re-ask you what you want, what kind of sandwich you want. And then, in the meat section, do not tell me what veggies you want. Wait for the veggies. Do not say, I want turkey, lettuce, tomato. And then I have to stop you there. Example, customer. This is what I do. What can I get for you today? And they say, turkey, lettuce, tomato, extra mayonnaise. Excuse me, what kind of bread would you like that on? Please start with the bread. And if you have multiple sandwiches, tell us ahead of time. Say, I have 4 subs. Don't say, I want a 6-inch on wheat. And then when you get down to the register, be like, oh, I wanted 7 other sandwiches. Because then we have to go back and stop the whole line. Because, especially during lunch rush, this is a big problem when people do this. And if you want a salad, please say it in the meat section. Say, I want a chicken salad. Or I want a tuna salad. Don't say, I want a salad. And say, what would you like in it? Lettuce. I'm clearly standing in front of meats. There's no lettuce here in front of me. Please tell me what meat you want on your salad in the meat section. And then wait until you get to the veggie section to give them your veggies. And please tell us if you want it toasted or not. Or if you don't want it toasted, because like steak, teriyaki, buffalo chicken, all of those chickens really should be warmed up. And BLTs, all of them should be warmed up, if not toasted. So please specify if you want it toasted or just the meat warmed up, because there is a difference. Toasted is the whole entire thing with the bread gets toasted. And then heated up is the bread is how it normally is out of the bread cabinet. And specify if you want a 6-inch or a foot long. Don't say a 6 foot. I don't know what a 6 foot is. Don't say half an inch. I don't know what that is. Don't say a 3-inch. Say kids if you want a kid size. Our kid sizes are smaller than our 6 inches. And in the veggie section, we're supposed to put 6 olives, 6 pickles, whatever, 6. If you say you want extra olives, that's like, and we put on like, let's say 12. Let's say we put 12 on to start. And then you say you want extra olives, technically you already have a ton of extra olives. So, I don't know. People get really angry because we don't put enough veggies on their sandwiches, even though we're supposed to put 6 olives on a foot long and 6 pickles on a foot long. And please know that food doesn't just show up there. Every morning we have to prep all of this stuff, and that takes time and effort. Like the onions, the green peppers, and the cucumbers, we have to cut all of those ourselves. Like a machine thing, we have to crank it. So I have this muscle, actually, this arm. That's my muscle arm. That's what I crank everything with. Please no, I'm sorry. This video is getting really long. It's past 10 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay. Just know that we have to prep everything in the mornings before. So just know that, and don't be like, I want a ton of this. And we have to cut those ourselves, and like that's why we might be a little like reluctant to put all of that on your sandwich. And we have to refill all the dressing bottles too multiple times a day. When you take chips out of the thing, please, if you put them back in the right spot, because then I have to go through and reorganize everything when I do chips in the afternoon. Same thing with drinks. Please don't spill anything in the lobby, and if you do, tell us so we can clean it up. Don't just leave it. But yeah, this video is really long. I'm sorry about my Subway rant. There might be part 2, might not, because it's kind of long, but I mean, there are a lot of things that tend to annoy me at work. Maybe next time I'll wear my subway hat and uniform. Okay. Last piece of information, you should be super jelly because, I don't know if you see that. Obey. I have Obey sweatpants. Yes, you should be super jelly because they're very comfortable. So I'm gonna go now. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm sorry this video dragged out. If you watched it, I love you. Thank you for watching the entire thing. I don't think I could sit through it. I don't know. If you work at a Subway and know what I'm talking about, have the same things that infuriate you that I do about it, leave a comment. Send me a message. I love to hear your stories and everything. So yeah, bye.